I am Manisha Joshi. Today's our topic is 2 degree of freedom system. In this we can study 2 degree of freedom system, normal mode, principal mode and undamped system for 2 degree of system. Now comes on this. When two masses are given equal initial displacement in the same direction and released, they will vibrate at first frequency when they are given equal initial displacement in opposite direction, and released they will vibrate at second frequency as shown in figure. If unequal displacements are given to the mass in any direction, the motion will be superimposition of the two harmonic motions corresponding to the two natural frequencies. Now comes on problem. For the better understanding, we can solve a problem. In this problem, we have to determine the natural frequencies and mode shapes when k1 equals to 2k, k2 equals to k, m1 equals to m and m2 equals to 2m. This condition is given. Now consider 2 degree of freedom system is shown in figure, where the masses are constrained move in the direction of the spring axis and executive free vibrations. The displacement are measured from the unstaged position of the spring. Let x1 and x2 be the displacement of the masses m1 and m2 respectively at any given instance of time, measured from the equilibrium position with x2 greater than x1. Then the spring force acting on the masses are shown in free body diagram, as you can see here in free body diagram. Now based on Newton's second law, we know that summation of F equals to mx double dot. For mass m1, from the free body diagram we can see that from mass m1, m1 x1 double dot is equals to these two terms, and the sign is positive and negative according to the direction of these forces. If the force is in same direction as the m1 x1 double dot, taking as a positive, otherwise negative. m1 x1 double dot equals to minus k1 x1 because it is in opposite direction to the acceleration and it is in direction of the acceleration, so that it is, this term is taken as positive. Minus k1 x1 plus k2 x2 minus x1. Now multiplying k2 into this equation, these terms, we get m1 x1 double dot plus k1 x1 minus k2 x2 plus k2 x2 equals k2 x1 equals to 0. Now if we taking the x1 common from these two terms, we get m1 x1 double dot plus k2 k1 x1 equals to x2 k2, equation number 1. Similarly for the mass 2, we can see from the free body diagram here, this acceleration is equals to this term and this is in opposite direction, so we can take it m2 x2 double dot equals to minus k2 x2 minus x1. Now if you multiply these terms into this bracket, m2 x2 double dot plus k2 x2 minus k2 x1 equals to 0. Now we can also simplify this m2 x2 double dot plus k2 x2 equals to k2 x1. We get equation number 2. Solution for x1 and x2 are obtained by considering that they have a harmonic vibration under steady state condition. Then considering the case when the masses execute harmonic vibrations at frequency omega. Thus if x1 equals to capital X1 omega t and x2 equals to capital X2 sin omega t. Here we know that x1 is a amplitude and omega t is a frequency. Then solution for x1 we get, and we have x1 equals to minus omega x1 sin omega t, x2 equals to minus omega x2 sin omega t. Substitute these equations 3 and 4 into equation number 1 and 2, then we get minus m1 omega square x1 sin omega t plus k1 plus k2 x1 sin omega t equals to k2 x2 sin omega t. Similarly, if we using the equation number 2, then we get minus m2 omega square k2 sin omega t plus k2 x2 sin omega t equals to k2 x1 sin omega t. From the equation number 5, we have the value of x1 divided by x2, so we get k2 divided by k1 plus k2 minus m1 omega square. Similarly, we can get from equation number 6, that is x1 by x2 equals to k2 minus m2 omega square divided by k2. From these equations 7 and 8, we can equate these equations and we get k2 divided by k1 plus k2 minus m1 omega square. This terms is equals to k2 minus m2 omega square divided by k2. Now we can simplify this equation, so we get k2 square equals to k1 plus k2 minus m1 omega square, k2 minus m2 omega square. Now we can also simplify this equation on multiplying this equation into this term, so we get k1 plus k2 whole multiplied by k2 minus m1 omega square k2 minus m2 omega square, k1 plus k2 plus m1 m2 omega to the power 4, m1 m2 omega to the power 4 minus omega square m1 k2 plus m2 k1 plus k2 plus k1 k2 equals to 0. Now considering omega square equals to lambda, and then put this value into equation number 9, then we get m1 m2 lambda square minus lambda m1 k2 plus m2 k1 plus k2 plus k1 k2 equals to 0. This is equation number 10. This equation number 10 is a frequency equation of the system which is quadratic in lambda. Hence the solution, we can find the solution because we know that the solution of quadratic equation is minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac under root divided by 2a. So if we compare this equation and we can put the values into the quadratic solution, then we get lambda equals to m1 k2 plus m2 k1 plus k2 and plus minus under root m1 k2 plus m2 k1 plus k2 whole square minus 4 m1 m2 k1 k2 divided by 2 m1 m2. To determine the natural frequencies, given k1 equals to 2k, k2 equals to k, m1 equals to m and m2 equals to 2m. These conditions given in the numerical. Then we put these values into our equation. Then we get lambda equals to mk plus 2m bracket 2k plus k under root plus minus under root mk plus 6mk whole square minus 4 m 2mk square into km divided by 2m multiplied by 2m. On simplifying this equation, we get 7mk plus minus under root 7mk square minus 4 bracket 4m square k square all divided by 4m square. We can also simplify this equation and we get 7mk plus minus under root 49m square k square minus 16m square k square divided by 4m square. We can also reduce the equation into 7mk plus minus 5.744 mk divided by mk square. Thus we can get the value of lambda 1 7mk minus 5.744 mk divided by 4m square, and lambda 2 equals to 7mk plus 5.744 mk divided by m square. Now from this equation we get lambda 1 equals to, that is frequency omega n 1 square equals to 7mk minus 5.744 mk divided by 4m square, and similarly for equation for lambda 2, and we get value of omega n1 and omega n2 from these equations. Substituting the values of frequency ratio in the amplitude equation, then given by equation 7 and 8, one can determine the mode shapes. For the first mode, substituting omega n1 square equals to 0.3138 k per m into either of the equation 7 or 8, we get the first mode shape. Now we get, that is x1 divided by x2 equals to k divided by k1 plus k2 minus m1 omega square, and similarly x1 by x2 equals to k2 minus m2 omega square divided by k2. Put these values into equation number 7 and 8. Then we get values of x1 divided by x2, that is amplitude ratio 0.3724, and then we get, if we have a amplitude x1 equals to 1, then we get a value x2 equals to 2.6852. Substituting omega n square values into equation number 7 or 8, we get first mode shape, and that is x1 by x2 equals to k2 divided by k1 plus k2 minus m1 omega square, equation number 8. Similarly, x1 by x2 equals to k2 minus m2 omega square divided by k2. Then we can get x1 by x2 equals to k divided by 2k plus k minus m omega square equals to k divided by 3k minus m omega n1 square. Similarly, x1 by x2 equals to, we get value minus 5.37, or if we were putting the value of x1 equals to 0, then we get value of x2, that is minus 0.186. Now we can write here the values of omega n1 square 0.3138, and similarly for second mode we can write here.